It's now time to start learning how to add images to our HTML document. So the first thing I'm going to do here is let's open up our web page, and I'm going to add an image to the very top of our website, just up top here above our H1 element. So in our code it'll be right here in this section here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start typing out the code to add an image. First we use the image tag, and then I'm going to add source, which will be the link to our image itself. And then we add the alternative text, which I will explain what that does in just 1 second. The first thing here is our image file path. Now I created a folder in our website's folder called images. You'll see here images here, and inside that folder I have a file named Robin, and it's a JPEG file. So my file path is going to be images/robin.jpg, and the alternative text I'm going to put Robin Haney. The alternative text is what shows up if for some reason our image doesn't load correctly, or let's say the person is viewing our image on a certain device that doesn't display the image. And you can see here that in our website our image is pretty big. So I'm also going to have to add some styling here to kind of shrink this image down, since it's quite a large image to begin with. Now normally we would use CSS to style our image, but in this case, since we're just learning HTML, I'm going to actually use the style tag within our image element to add a width of 200 pixels, and I'm also going to add a height of 200 pixels. And this should shrink our image. So I'll save the file here. Open it up. And we can see our image is shrunk, but it looks a little bit weird because it's actually in widescreen. So I'm going to actually change the width to be a little bit longer. Let's try 300 pixels. And there we go. That image looks much better now. So that's the basic way of adding an image to your website. Pretty simple. The main thing to keep in mind is to get the file path to your images correctly, because if you don't declare the right file path, you're going to get an error and the image won't load correctly. And I'm actually going to show you what happens if you don't declare the right file path. So I'm going to go ahead and make a mistake here on purpose. I'm going to change the file path here. Let's just get rid of the R, so its file path is now incorrect. If we reload the page, you'll see that we're getting an error. The image doesn't actually load, but you can see our alternative text will pop up here instead. So you have to make sure that you have the right file path, and you have to make sure it's case sensitive, and you have the right extension for your image. In our case, we're using JPEG. If I put the correct file name back, you can see that our image now loads. Now try adding an image to your website by yourself.